G'day ladies and cunts, this is Corey and this is the part 2 of the guitar I made for Dryden Mitchell of Alien Ant Farm, Send the Sages. He does have some solo stuff on YouTube, which is pretty cool too. Anywho, this is the bodywork now. The body is made up of Australian rosewood. The top's made of Australian rosewood, it's from the same plank. And the fretboard in the first video is Australian rosewood, but I got that before COVID, I think, or during COVID. Probably before COVID. And yeah, that fucking back road shit, like Hills Have Eyes, wrong turn sort of vibe. Anywho, this is chambered, and it turned out to be a really resonant instrument. It's crazy how loud it is unplugged. And yeah, well, that's a bit of foreshadowing. Anyway, made this template with the help of Beans from Morehouse Studio, better known as Paul. He's a funny bastard. If you don't follow him, what the fuck are you doing? Anywho, I learned off him and made that cavity, and then I started chambering the other side of it and the bass side of it as well. After chambering, I decided to make these little channels just in case Dryden ever wanted to put a single coil pickup in the neck or the bridge, and whether it's a single coil or a humbucker, I have them both covered, so there's channels there. And he wanted a middle position humbucker, and I ended up getting that from Righteous Sound Pickups, which you'll see in the next video, but a really nice pickup. And yeah, so ideally when I make semi-hollows, I do all the chambering obviously before I put the top on, and I like to route channels because it's a pain in the ass to drill out the channels from pickup to pickup. So I route the channels, and then what I do is I make a strip and I fill the channel in a little bit, just so when you route the pickups and that, the bearing bit doesn't dip in where you've already cut away. And this is a template I made up for one of the guitar build-offs. It would have been when I did the bass 6. And what happens is you locate it by using dowels, and it just makes clamping up easier. I had to drill a dowel out here because I don't know why, because I did. That's probably the reason why. And yeah, cut the top out, which is Australian rosewood again. And just every piece of this, even the uke's made out of some of this Australian rosewood that I got from this one plank. And the colour varied so much through it. Like the back of the body almost looks like barnwoodish. And then the top of the body is like just a really nice browny honey colour, I guess. And then the top, as you see, has got this variance in the colour. And it looks really cool. And I like using Australian rosewood. It's really nice. But it's not readily available, so you just have to get it when I can get it. And there was a satisfying click to get that all together. This looks like too much glue, and it probably was to start off with, but you know what? The fuck is stuck down now. After I took the clamps off, I got the router to thin out the top for the electronics cavity. There's been so many times that I didn't route the top and then I've had to come back in later. So I didn't want that ball ache. And also the way the electronics are in there, the jack's on the top. Put it there so it's out of the way because it's in the way if you sit on a chair, if you have it on the side. Sometimes it's in the way when you have it just sitting on your lap too. But if he ever wants to put other pickups in there and puts a switch in there, the jack can easily be moved to the side. And that's the way I wanted to design this. Like, it's just easy. If he ever wants to mod it, put other pickups in there, boom, easy done. So with this shape, I don't normally carve the top or put bevels as far as forearm calves and belly calves in them. I normally just hollow them out, put the bevel on them, and then that's it. But this one, I felt like it needed just that little bit extra on it. And, I didn't make it for myself, which all the other guitars I do normally, for the most part, I make them the way I like to make them. But I thought, you know what, let's put like a little thigh carve in on the bottom there. Let's do a tummy carve and let's do a forearm carve just for comfort. And it worked out really, really well. And here you can see the sort of barn look. At the start of this process, before I even knew I was making Dryden a guitar, I just soaked every piece with resin to fill in any cracks, and that's what you can see is the black resin in the cracks on the back. Back to painting the cavity. It's just to stop fucking noise. Everybody knows that shit, so that's all I'm going to say about it. The next shot is a DCA, which is the Dumb Cunt Award. I'm drilling for strap buttons, not that you'd know because my fucking arm's in the way. So I ended up shielding it again. Yeah, I think I said already before, it just keeps the fucking noise out a bit. With the pickup, it's a Dryden from Righteous Sound Pickups. They're really cool because they have angled staples, which I hadn't seen before. Josh is a complete master at doing stuff that's out of the norm. Like, I think the way I work and the way he works complements each other. And he ended up sending it in the end of November, and I was really, really worried I wasn't going to get it because of just Christmas rush and it'd get lost. The pickup's in the middle because that's where Dryden wanted it. It's out of the norm as well, but it sounded really cool. I ended up clear coating it before I glued the neck in, just so I wouldn't get the glue residual light marks that you get sometimes when you do glue, and I didn't want to sand it anymore because it was sanded to like 400 grit. So after this I end up gluing the neck in, and that's going to be it for this episode. The next episode is going to be electronics, fretwork, putting it together, and some photos of me giving it to Dryden, because we didn't get a video because he was excited to see what his guitar looked like. Anyway, thanks for joining in. Hopefully it won't be too long until I get the next episode together. Anyway, be good to each other. See you later.